What is up everyone, Boshi here, back at it in Raid Shadow Legends, and it looks like we're getting some updates soon, so let's talk about it. Alright guys, so if you didn't know, Raid Shadow Legends official YouTube channel did release a video of what's next in Raid. Now we'll not be doing a reaction video to it, but more of an overview and giving you my thoughts and my key takeaways from what was said. Now I do highly recommend you guys, before you go ahead and go on with my video, that you guys check that video out, just so you can form your own opinions and thoughts before I go ahead and talk about mine. I'll leave a link down below in the description if you guys want to do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about everything that was mentioned. So the very first thing that was talked about was the third Doom Tower rotation. So as we know, the Doom Tower rotation will be coming to an end in about a week, and this will be the new rotation that is taking over. Now with every new rotation, there comes 2 new bosses along with 2 old bosses with their affinities changed. Now from the video footage, this isn't 100% correct or official or anything like that, but you can see from the one I just put up that it looks like the Grithian and the Scarab boss will be in this rotation, but it looks like Grithian is coming from a spirit affinity and changing to magic, and the Scarab boss is going from force to spirit. So definitely keep that in the back of your mind, just in case this does come true. You might have to make some comp changes depending on what you are using, but yeah, just did want to mention that before we moved on to the 2 new bosses. I do have notes on the right side so I can talk about it, just because I wrote down some key things that were mentioned during the commentary of the bosses and kind of my thoughts on them. So the very first boss is going to be Bomba the Dreadhorn, and there are a couple of things that were kind of interesting. So the very first thing was he has detonating bombs that deal a lot of damage. You can't kill them, you can't stop them, you can only freeze them. So that means that freeze champs are going to have a place on this boss. Now I'm not exactly sure how the freeze the freeze mechanic is going to work on this. My guess is that the bombs are going to have a turn meter, and once they reach 100% they will blow up, but if they are frozen, the turn meter will reset at 100% and it will continue. That is just my guess on how that mechanic is going to work, but we'll have to see when the official video comes out for that. Now another thing they mentioned is that you want good timing and explosives of your own. Now a lot of us think that this is a hint that you should be using bomb champions on this fight, and I think this is going to be actually a very interesting fight if that is true, and that's just because bomb champions do not have a place in the game. So I'm really hoping that bomb champions get a place in the game. I always like the mechanic, but it definitely needs its fixing, but yeah, would be pretty cool. They also mentioned that he has tricks up his sleeve that deal with buffs and debuffs. We're not exactly sure what this means. We don't know if that means he cleanses himself, he transfers debuffs or whatnot. Now in this picture, he does look like he does place bomb debuffs along with a stun debuff, so you're definitely going to want a cleanser. And what I just mentioned, a cleanser and some bomb champions, I automatically thought of Grunch Killjoy. I actually will be leveling mine this week, just in preparation for this, just in case this is going to be a thing. But yeah, Grunch, if you don't know, does place bombs with his A2 ability, along with having a cleanse on the A3 ability, and has a pretty cool passive of increasing ally turn meters by 10% for each bomb detonation. So he actually might become a key player and very useful on this fight. But that's just my opinion. Do not go ahead and go level him and then blame me for not using him, guys. And with every boss comes a new artifact set. This one is going to come with the Fortitude artifact set, which is 10% defense along with 40 resist, and it's going to be a 2-piece set. Now this isn't going to be the most amazing set, but it's definitely going to be for a champion that you want really tanky. The resist is always nice for Doom Tower, sometimes PvP, even though I know it's gaining less popularity in PvP. But yeah, resist is very big in Doom Tower, so it's going to be important there. The defense percentage is always nice for survivability for your defensive champs, and it means more damage, so definitely not a bad set, but not the best set. Alright, the next boss was Astrix, the Dark Fae. Now this is going to be the final boss, or the void boss, of this rotation. Now not much was really said about this boss, but the key things were they will be able to banish a champion, which will create a copy of that champion, and you'll have to defeat that copy to get that banished champion back on your team. So it's a very interesting mechanic, but we don't know how that's going to work. Is it going to be an exact copy? Is it going to be a buffed up version of that copy? Yeah, it's just up in the air for that. So definitely look out for the more detailed video for that one. And then they also mentioned that they may gain a benefit depending on your affinity setup of your team. I have zero clue exactly what that means, so let me know what you guys think that means, because if maybe it gains a benefit if you have all the same affinity or something like that. It's kind of weird because she's void, so it's not like you're going to set up for a strong comp or something like that. But yeah. And with this boss comes this artifact set, which is the lethal set, and it's going to be a better savage set. So it is a 4-piece set. It's going to be ignores 25% of the defense of the enemy, along with giving 10% crit. So this is going to be a heavily farmed set. So once this boss comes out, I definitely recommend like focusing on getting this boss down, because this is the boss that you're going to want to farm in order to get this artifact set. This set is going to be really good for PvP and higher end content on the PvE side. So yeah, that is it for the Doom Tower. So let's go ahead and talk about clan improvements. So it looks like clans are going to be gaining levels now, and those levels are going to allow to gain benefits. So the benefits are going to be stuff like extra silver from campaigns, extra multi-battles per day, along with gaining clan shop slots and clan quests, which we'll talk about in a second. Now, when it comes to the clan levels and the clan benefits, I think this is a great idea. It gives people a reason to be in a clan or to stay in a clan, just because you can see the progress of your clan leveling, and then you're gaining all this extra stuff, right? You're gaining extra silver when you're running campaign, which means farming or leveling champions is actually going to be a beneficial type thing, because you're getting that extra silver. The extra multi-battles can come in very big. It looks like you can gain up to 30 extra multi-battles. Now, when you think of it as a practicality, if you're running level 20 dungeons for a tournament, typically it takes about 150 runs in order to reach the top reward for a tournament. So with this alone, you can almost reach your top reward with just auto battles from a day. So definitely keep that in mind. That is a really cool benefit. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the clan quests and the clan shop. So the clan shop looks like it's going to be very similar to the bazaar, and I'm hoping it's going to be more of an improved bazaar. The bazaar, as you know, has a lot of issues with it, mainly the fact that it has a lot of big cooldowns, right? An ancient shard for once a week. Void shards, I believe, are once every 2 weeks, and sacreds are pretty much once a month. I think these cooldowns are absolutely crazy. Even if I bought energy right here, it's a week for 300 energy. They definitely need to update the bazaar. But yeah, in my opinion, I really hope that they do the clan shop a lot better. It looks like there's a certain amount of times you can buy a certain thing, and it sounds like the clan shop is a weekly thing. So at most, it looks like the longest duration to buy something would be a week, but regardless, they need to make sure that they make the shop useful and wanted. Now, the currency for the shop is going to be clan gold, and you earn clan gold from clan quests. Yeah, there's a lot of new things, guys. So the clan quests are going to be very unique in my opinion, just because it is a quest per member. You're not going to have multiple people being able to do the same quest, which means you're going to have some type of coordination of who's taking what quest, or at least you hope to have that type of coordination. You want people that are going to be able to finish that quest or don't feel like it's going to hinder their gameplay at all, and it'll gain people or gain value to the clan. Now, what I'm unsure about, I guess, is how the gold clan works, or the clan gold works. Is it for everyone when you finish a quest? Is it personal clan gold, or how is that going to work? I'd imagine it's going to be everyone gets distributed clan gold when someone finishes a clan quest, but we don't know that much detail yet. I'd imagine they're going to have more details on this as soon as they want to. But yeah, overall, I think it's a really cool idea to keep clans, you know, together, people wanting to stay in clans and stuff like that. I do hope that they implement something like you have to be in a clan for a certain amount of time for the benefits to kick in, just because we have a lot of people hopping for CVC tournaments, and this would kind of prevent that. But yeah, that is for all that for the clan improvements. Overall, I think everything there, though, is a really good idea as long as they execute it properly. And the last thing that they talked about was quality of life stuff. So 100 more slots in the champion selection, always a great thing just because people are collecting lots of champions. 100 more slots in the inbox, always a nice thing, even though I never came close to maxing my inbox, but some people have, so there is going to be a thing for you guys. They did talk about the dupe system very roughly. They said it's to be announced soon, but it will provide a multiple short-term and long-term solution for dupes. So I'm really hoping that they hit the nail on the head with this one. I hope that, you know, things are going to be really good for everyone, new players and veteran players alike. But we'll just have to see when they make that public. And then the last thing was a decreased crit damage debuff change. Instead of making a flat debuff, make it a flat percentage, they're actually doing it by actual percentage. So instead of going from 200% going down to 175, you're actually going down to 150% crit damage. It's nothing too big. I don't think it's going to make that huge of a difference. Here is a screenshot of a difference in PvE, but you know, it could possibly come in handy later on in PvP or something like that. But yeah, we'll just have to see once it goes live. It might actually be a big hit or a big debuff. I just never played with it enough, so but yeah, that is it, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about. Let me know what you guys think about all these changes. Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? I personally like everything that I saw in here. I do want to know more about the Doom Tower bosses, obviously, because they were very vague descriptions. But I am very hopeful for new comps, right? The bomb possibility, freeze champs being usable on boss fights, the whole mirror copying thing, that's a really unique thing as well. So overall, this looks really cool. The clan improvements look pretty solid as well. But yeah, overall, that is all I want to talk to you guys about, and I'll talk to you guys later. See you.